After sending the Pacers to the repair shop, Phoenix goes back to work tonight with another Eastern club paying a visit to the Valley. Unlike Indy, though, Atlanta is finding their groove. Winners of 4 straight. Somebody's streak comes to an end tonight. It's the Suns and Hawks here on Arizona's Family Sports. Well, we welcome you inside the beautiful Mortgage Matchup Center. I got the smooth shooter, Eddie Johnson. I'm Kevin Ray. We'll check in with Amanda Pflugrad here shortly. Well, the Suns with their most convincing victory against the Pacers. Few days off since then, Eej. Going back to that game, Dillon Brooks, a breakout game, and a lot of people seem to be surprised. Dillon says, nope, it's just a matter of being unlocked by his team and this coaching staff.
That's exactly what it is, because if you remember Dillon Brooks in his early years in Memphis, he was very aggressive scoring the ball and had a mid-range game. Matter of fact, I once told him, man, you got a lot of old school in you. And you're right, he's just been unlocked, unleashed, given a green light alongside Devin Booker. Obviously, with the injury to Jalen Green has helped, but he has been fantastic.
24 of those coming in the first half. In fact, he said coming in, just kind of based on their schedule, he knew he needed to raise the level of intensity and energy, and clearly everybody else fed off of it. And maybe it was part of that feeding off of Dillon Brooks that we saw another big night. It came from the hometown kid, Oso, who delivered an oh my kind of night.
Yeah, I
Plus
thought he had
52.
Hey Ray, I thought he had his best game since he's been a Sun. All around effort, his energy, just and handling the ball, leading the team when he had to, the defensive aspect of it, all of it. This young man is getting better. And guess, I tell you what, he's feeling the pressure of minutes. He knows if he doesn't produce, he's got 2 big guys or 3 big guys behind him that can be checked into the game. And I love that aspect of competition.
Yeah, he is raising his game. The Suns will need more of that here tonight against a very tall and rangy Atlanta team. Well, it's a Sunday fun day with your surging Suns as they look to keep beating off the amazing crowd's energy and tapping into something special brewing with a group that just will not quit. Suns, Hawks, take flight next here on Arizona's Family Sports.
Number on it. It's infinity and beyond.
It is.
Right now.
It's whether it's the bench, the guys that don't play, whether it's the stars, the starters, they all are having a lot of fun over there.
Oh, man. Studio B's Make You Smile moments with Devin Booker. I have never seen these pearly whites so much in such a short amount of time. He is so happy.
Enjoying it. He is absolutely enjoying it.
Man. And you know, a happy book makes an even more productive book.
I mean,
he's productive all the time. It's hard to say he's not producing all the time, but man, it just that enjoyment.
Oh no! That will make Dr. B have nightmares.
He might have supplied those.
Well, he may have to go into that business.
He'd probably be pretty smart. New GM, new coach, new mates, and new vibes for Devin Booker.
Yeah,
man,
he is smiling a lot though, isn't he?
He's got pearly whites like Tom Chambers.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Total makeover in personality and chemistry of this roster. They take on the Hawks next.
River Resorts and Casinos. Achieve legendary status. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos.
A beautiful Sunday evening in downtown Phoenix as we welcome you inside the Mortgage Matchup Center and catch it down to the Suns and the Atlanta Hawks. Let's take a look at our Hero Bread starting lineups. First off, for the visiting Hawks, they come in 6-2 on the road, 8-5 overall. It'll be Nickeil Alexander Walker, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Rizache, Jalen Johnson, and Onyeka Okongwu. For the Suns, it'll be Ryan Dunn moving into that starting position in place of Grayson Allen, Devin Booker, Dillon Brooks, Royce O'Neal, and a big man in the middle is back with Mark Williams. Now let's swing it over to Amanda.
Well, Oso Ighodaro is coming off a 52 game against the Pacers. And following that matchup, I was able to catch up with him in the locker room on just exactly where his mindset was at throughout that matchup. And he said the biggest thing is he's just been focusing on winning. He said the last 4 to 5 games, that's where his focus has been, not worrying about stats necessarily or anything like that. He said, I was just trying to impact the game in a positive way. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I want to make an impact with hustle plays, sprinting the floor, and when I do that, good things seem to happen for both me and my teammates.
Yeah, there was lots of good things, but you know, I think you said it best, Steve. And you played this league, so you dealt with it, you saw it firsthand. you know, when you look on a roster and you start seeing your minutes get whittled away by other guys, you got two choices. You can either try to raise your game or be okay with it.
Yeah, and if you're a competitor, you want that. You want that motivation to know that you have to show up every night and put forth the effort and production.
Well, moments ago, Stephen Earl Lewis from the Gila River Indian community got things started with the Suns up first shot. Oh, and look at that. Money! And it's brought to you by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Fittingly on this night, Gila River Resorts and Casinos will be making a $10,000 donation to the Suns and Phoenix Mercury Foundation on behalf of Stephen Rowe Lewis. Great stuff. Great way to get this Sunday night tipped off here in downtown Phoenix.
You know, and the guy we always forget about, because we know that he's going to play and get consistent minutes, but we don't know if he's starting or if he's coming off the bench. And because Grayson Allen is not in uniform, Ryan Dunn starts. And you know what? I think it plays out good because now he can defend Jalen Johnson probably to start this game.
Yeah, this is a Hawks team. As awkward jump ball there. Our crew tonight, Brian Forte, the crew chief, Justin Van Dyne, and
yeah, I'm all for just flipping a coin. I'm serious, man. Because a lot of teams really don't even want, they want to play defense to start.
Right.
You know? So, flip the coin.
And off we go. Alexander Walker getting the defensive assignments on Brooks. Here's Williams out high. This is a long team. They come in as the tallest team in all the NBA. Booker on the drive and kick. Brooks steps out of bounds. Phoenix opens up with a turnover, and turnovers have got to be kept at a minimum. That one not so significant. It's a dead ball, but live ball turnovers, boy, you just got to be extremely careful with this Atlanta team.
Because they're on the go and they're playing above the rim.
Here's Alexander Walker, the former Minnesota Timberwolves. Johnson eyes across the court, coming off a near historic night. Okongwu finds his shooter from the corner. And Rizache.
Yeah, I mean, look, up and down rookie year, but he's starting to really solidify himself.
Out of France, born in Spain, but raised there in Lyon, France, and he is turned into a good one. Dillon able to swing it around, sets up Royce O'Neal, fires the long three, long rebound, back to Booker. Drives the paint, kicks it into the corner, Dunn sets up. Well, Ryan's going to have those opportunities tonight. He's been working a ton, worked extra yesterday after practice. That three ball off the mark.
Yeah, he's going to take that shot, though. He will make it.
Okongwu shooting 40% on the season. Booker on the drive and kick. Dunn, opposite corner. Won't connect. Back tap. Brooks. Drives the paint. Will take that free throw line extended jumper. No. Tapped out. Williams there to recover for Phoenix. So reset on the shot clock.
You know, although the Atlanta Hawks are long, early on I'm seeing that they're not really concentrated in blocking out their man. If that continues, the Suns have to continue to put that effort to get to the glass.
O'Neal triggering the inbound, gets it to Williams, who sat out that game Thursday. Going off with a back-to-back. Booker on the drive, glides inside, and gets the Suns on the board and allows the fans to take a seat. Here's Rizache shooting 34% on the season. This Atlanta team was raining threes in their last game Thursday night as Ryan Dunn ripping it away from Jalen Johnson.
And Ryan's going to take the challenge. He knows what he put up Jalen Johnson in the last game. Historic type numbers. He wants to take the challenge.
Booker driving, sneaks it up on Rizache. Came in too strong, then took the shot to the forehead. And eyes watering now as he's trying to gather himself. Okongwu with a travel. And Book rubbing the top of his head there.
Yeah, I'm glad he just came out of that with just a little pop on the head.
Yeah.
Because he was extremely off balance amongst the trees inside there. And, that hurt.
That's off the arm of Okongwu, the 6th-year big man. Here's Dyson Daniel, just a defensive menace. Get a whistle and a kick ball. A reset of the shot clock to 14. This Atlanta team comes in here 6-2. Already their 9th road game of the season.
Yeah, a lot of people saying, you know, okay, what about Trae Young? And I just caution. You know, if he acquiesces and melts into what this team has done, they are going to be a problem. And we got Kristaps Porzingis over there as well.
O'Neal drops it off to the rolling Williams, has that one knocked out. Yeah, you've got Porzingis who remains sidelined. Tonight's the 10th game he is going to be idle. Trae Young's only played in 5 games. There you see Quinn Snyder, 59 years of age, 12th season.
He's done a great job.
Overall, 4th year at Atlanta.
Yep, he's done a great job with this team.
Let's see Jordan Ott have ties. Inbound to Booker, draws the double team, finds the cutting Mark Williams.
I want to see Mark Williams get some touches this game. It will make Okongwu have to come out and defend and not just try to help out.
Well, and it feels like the way they defend on the perimeter, that those opportunities are going to be there for it. Here's Shea, tough move inside, won't get it. Daniels able to rip down the offensive rebound. Okongwu pulls the trigger on another one. Well, he had a big night as well Thursday. 32 points. He was 8 of 14 from downtown. Yep. Teamed up with Jalen Johnson, who went for 31. 18 rebounds, 14. Almost had the quadruple double in that game. Yeah. Finished with 7 steals, 18 rebounds, 14 assists. And you see Jordan Ott, who that thing started there in Atlanta from 2013 to 2016. Williams, touch pass to Booker, raising up for the long 3, nope. And that will trickle out of bounds. Atlanta made a franchise record 15 first-half threes against Utah en route to 24. Johnson on a backdoor cut, gets it a paint. Mark Williams says, it's Sunday, the office is closed, but Justin Van Dyne will get him with the personal foul. That's a tough one. Almost looks simultaneous ball and forearm.
Jalen Johnson to the Atlanta line, shooting 2.
Well, you see the size of Jalen Johnson. It looks like he's probably still growing.
Yes. Just a little love tap at the chest there. That'll get you the whistle. Yeah, you mentioned Johnson, 6'8", 219. He spent 1 season at Duke, now in his 5th season. And when you think about it, Atlanta got him locked up on a 5-year, $150 million extension. You talk about return on investment. Left wing 3, good. Dillon Brooks.
So I was hoping that Dillon can carry over from that unbelievable shooting game he had.
Knocked down 3 of 7. Alexander Walker fires away from 3. Well, they are not bashful. He's just shooting 32% from downtown. But they are clearly in a flow with the 3-ball. Booker on the drive. Work in the window.
Ricochet is going to have a hard time if he thinks he's going to pressure Devin at 20 feet. His ability to get past you is easy.
Okongwu able to drive inside. He'll get the and 1. Dunn will pick up the personal. Okongwu now in his 6th season. Well, he's another one who, just these last couple of years in particular, has really excelled.
I mean, look, I think last year he destroyed the Suns. Didn't really have an answer for him at all.
Was a one-man rebounding machine. He went for 32 and 11 in that game Thursday night. That was a career best 8 threes he knocked down in that one. Daniels, the great barrier thief, comes up with a steal. Reza Shea runs it. Johnson hammers it down on the break. And this is a team that will love to get out on the break. They're number 2 in the league in fast break points, just over 19 per game. Booker gets a screen, fires for 3, in and out. No, Ryan Dunn flies inside and hammers it down.
As I said earlier, the Hawks not really blocking out. I think the Suns will get a great opportunity to get some second chances.
1 point Atlanta lead. Here's Shea coming off of the Okongwu screen. He'll step back, fire the three. Williams looked like he was grabbed there. No whistle. Unable to grab the rebound with 2 hands. Daniels lost his footing. Feeds a pass inside of the baseline. Alexander Walker sets up in the corner. No, but flying inside again. Jalen Johnson, nobody got a body on him, and that's 2 putbacks for Johnson, and that will prompt a Phoenix timeout.
Ryan Dunn cleaning up in a spectacular way. And just watch. Look at this setup right here. Now Dillon Brooks is going to come off. There you go. There you go. Now Devin Booker, he gets the screen. He could have taken that shot. All right, but he's going to get a little greedy. You got a bunch of Pacers right there. Ryan Dunn kind of slides to where Devin can see him. You throw it to him, get his confidence, and knock it down. (33, 12 for 22). We definitely need another one of those.
7th 30-point game this season. And Jordan out with the timeout, making a little change here. Colin Gillespie quickly checking into the game. Gillespie swings it across the floor to O'Neal. Driving in on Luke Kennard, who checked in during that timeout. Also checking in, 3rd-year man, Mohamed Gay. Reza Shea fires a pass across the floor. And Dyson Daniel stumbles out of bounds for an Atlanta turnover.
He wanted to pass it before he came down, but Mark Williams got over there to really take that lane away.
Booker gets the screen, sets up Gillespie, right wing 3 on the way, no. O'Neal comes flying in, and then we'll get a loose ball foul called on Royce. And right now, it's just a matter of who's making threes and who isn't. The Suns are 1 of 7. The Hawks are 3 of 5.
Suns are getting good looks, and the right guys are getting the shots, just not knocking them down.
Certainly, you're going to feel the absence of Grayson Allen.
Yes.
And both ends of the floor. You know, his offense has overshadowed what has been a pretty exceptional defensive year as well from Grayson. Back to Johnson as Brooks stepping out on him, trying to get physical. Johnson backing down, finds a cutting Daniels. Daniels in heavy traffic, able to slide to the basket, get it up and in. It's a 9-2 Atlanta run here for.
But there's an example of how good Jalen Johnson is at moving the basketball and finding open teammates.
Dyson Daniels hands all over Devin Booker, and Booker says, "Okay, we'll just go into some bully ball here," as he looks far side. Isaiah Livers and Nick Richards both coming to the scorer's table. Daniels picking up the foul, his first. And as Book gets to the free throw line, we'll get a check of our health update brought to you by Banner Health, official healthcare partner of the Phoenix Suns. Of course, no Jalen Green. A big loss tonight, Grayson Allen. Quad contusion, and it swelled up pretty good on him on Thursday night and Friday.
Yeah, but he was walking okay after the game. And to me, that's always a good sign.
You see Grace.
And I felt that way about Aaron Nesmith. That looked like a nasty injury that he suffered the other night. And, you know, he's only going to be out maybe a few weeks.
Yeah.
And so, you know, sometimes it looks bad, but it's not as bad as it was. And so for Grayson, let's hope that swelling goes down sooner than later.
Colin Gillespie picks up the personal foul, and Colin and Devin are both looking, saying, what's happening on this end? There is Kennard. Well, you've got to be wary of him.
Just make him put it down, and make him create.
Johnson slips a pass out to Daniels. Squares, fires. Back tap. Who's got it? Atlanta does. Johnson there to recover for the Hawks. Step back 3 on the way. No. Long rebound. Livers has it. Drops it off now to Booker. Suns in transition. Steps into the straightaway 3. No. Nick Richards. Steps into the straightaway 3. No. Long rebound. Livers has it. Drops it off now to Booker. Suns in transition. Steps into the straightaway 3. No. Nick Richards. Steps into the straightaway 3. No. Nick Richards. fighting inside for post position. And great job there by Nick. You get the whistle and a foul called on the third-year big man, Mohamed Gay.
Yeah, he got caught behind Nick Richards, and although he went to the floor, the official made the right call. He was holding on.
Just under 4.5 to go here in the first. 19-13. Atlanta lead. Booker on the drive. Swings it back to Gillespie. Ball fake. Steps in. Mid-range. No. Booker had a hand. Taps it out to Brooks. Brooks sees an opening. Pulls his way inside. Won't get it. Nick Richards wrestling inside. And Richards, again, the activity pays off in the form of a foul.
And like I said earlier, I'm keep repeating it. Is that the Hawks trying to use their athleticism to rebound and not blocking out. The Suns are getting a really big run to the rim. And again, if they can do that, then despite not shooting well to start the game, it keeps you around.
Well, and a guy like Nick in particular with this matchup with Gay, he's got the size advantage, the strength advantage, and already has been able to generate 2 fouls on a youngster. Richards drops it off now to Gillespie. 6 on the shot clock. Collin on the drive. High off the window. Oh, Steve Nash. Were you watching?
Steve Nash like.
Wallace out on the floor. Keaton Wallace, second-year man out of Texas San Antonio. Brother plays for OKC. Another knockdown 3, though, for Atlanta. Step back look for Brooks. No. Long rebound back to Gillespie. He'll bring it back out for the reset. Works off the Richards screen. Brooks on the drive. Hangs in the paint. No. Back tap. Touch pass. Booker. Sidestep 3 on the way. Wow. Well, just having a hard time getting a 3-ball to cooperate. Beat Krejci. This guy's been on an absolute heater of late. Spins one out there. Booker probing the defense. Tied up. Back to Brooks. He'll reset. Short. On the reload, no. On the outlet. And the youngster,
ball to bounce.
He was so anxious to try to do something big with it.
Well, maybe he knew who was behind him.
The villain was lurking. 22-15, Atlanta in front. The Suns rookies come on, Malawach, man. And Rasheer Fleming, part of the Valley Suns Friday run. They did it in front of several of their teammates. Kobe Brea out there as well. And there's the fellas.
That's great.
Guys supporting their guys. It's just a fantastic night.
Yeah, that's great. You don't understand how powerful that is.
And for more, let's swing it over to Amanda.
Yeah, quite a few Suns players were in attendance for that game, and I spoke to Rasheer pregame about having his teammates there for it. He said it meant a lot to him having them there. It was their off day, so they didn't have to show up, but they wanted to, and it just shows that we are all brothers at the end of the day, and we show up and support each other.
Yeah, it was great listening to him talk afterwards, man. He said it was dope. I loved it. Just glad to have a while guys here. But, you know, it's so fantastic not only have the G League team, but to have them so close that they could be in the building here Thursday night, go over to Tempe and play Friday night. And, you know, Rasheer reminded, I think, all of us, is like, man, it's been a long time since I've won like an entire game.
Right.
He loved every second of it.
Yeah, and it helps you. You're working on stuff. And you know what? The coaches are seeing you too. You can actually earn minutes back with the big team by playing well down there.
Yeah,
so
great point.
It's not a waste.
Booker get to the free throw line, 4 of 4. Makes it a 5-point game. Here is Kennard coming off the screen. They run him off the 3-point line. Trying to sneak in the back door. Nick Richards says no. It's Sunday. Office closed. Booker slicing down the lane, kicks it. Corner shooter, Jordan Goodwin. Livers flies in. Richards offensive glass work. But that one was low and away, couldn't handle it.
Well, I guess if I started a baseball team, Jordan Goodwin's going to play the outfield. He couldn't pick that ground ball up, man.
The Suns already 10 offensive rebounds, but unfortunately they've not been able to generate it into a whole lot of extra second chance points. Wallace misfires on the three.
Well, sooner or later they're going to turn it up. And so the key thing is just to keep it close, keep your rhythm, keep playing unselfish.
Good waiting for the Richard screen. Picked up there by Okongwu. Gillespie driving on Krejci. Step back. Krejci got a piece of it. And we'll get a loose ball foul called. And that's going to be charged on Nick Richards. And Richards looking to the sideline over there to try to get a look at the tape. Well, look, the Suns, one of their last 13, you know, beyond, this is the third youngest team. They're the tallest team in the NBA. They're #2 in contested shots.
Yeah, and
I'm not sure what
what's going on here. I think that now,
Luke Kennard had gone to the line. The Suns are in the penalty, so
that's the part I don't like, though. What if you, in looking who the proper shooter was, saw that it was no foul?
You go, shh.
After review, 14 was pushed and will shoot the penalty for Atlanta.
You know, coaches used to tell me to, like, a guy that just couldn't shoot it well, they would say, Eddie, walk to the line. And over the course of 17 years, I have to admit that I probably shot free throws that I did not deserve to shoot, probably maybe 10, 12 times. But I hated to get caught. It was embarrassing. Like, that guy's not a good sportsman.
But you got the stats. A rookie out of Georgia, Azunuel. Just 5 minutes in the game Thursday at Utah. The 23rd pick overall by the Pacers. And gets the pair.
Suns need to take advantage of this bench, though. Like, and you know, because this Hawks team, they're compromised. I mean, 2 of their top players are out.
Kennard stepping out defensively on Booker. Book gets to the left hand, hits him with a jab step, hits him with a mid-range. Well, and look, you look at their struggle shooting, 26% from the field, only down by 5. Going to get a whistle and a foul. That's going to be charged against Booker. So more free throws coming up here. Atlanta 14 fouls. For Booker, that is his first. Noel right off the bench, and a couple more free throws.
The Suns have been really good on offensive glass, but the Hawks have been really good at getting to the free throw line.
Get a message from our friends at Kia.
Got a block out here.
He came in 5 attempts on the season. He's already got 4 here tonight. Gillespie back into the hands of Booker. He's got 10 to lead the Suns scoring attack. Back to Collins. Drives down the lane, swings it across. Taps to Goodwin. Off to Booker. Heavy traffic. Gets the contact, gets it up and in.
Yeah, it just shows your strength. Like, you cannot lay up on him. He will knock you backwards.
Boy, good close at that time by Livers. Says Krejci wanted to fire the 3, won't get it. Rebound Gillespie. 4-point game. Up into the front court now, Booker. Got a 6-second differential between shot and game clock. Atlanta brings the double team.
The liver's still moving and not going toward the ball.
Wallace rushing it up the floor into the hands of Kennard. Jordan Goodwin closing out now on Wallace on the drive and kick from the corner. 3-ball and away, no. Rebound pulled down by Goodwin. Gets it away. And we have put 1 quarter in the books. Atlanta in front, 25-21. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports. Valley Chevy dealers. We head to the second quarter here. Atlanta in front, 25-21.
So box out and run, right? Suns done a good job of rebounding. They have 10 offensive rebounds to start this game. And then you got to squeeze Jalen Johnson. He put up historic stat line the other night against Utah. You can't allow him to control every aspect of the game. You got to make sure you stay in front and not give him passing lanes.
And they won that one against the Jazz, 132-122. Larry Markkinen went for a 40-piece. Said we'll get a whistle and a foul called on Oso Ighodaro. Boy, the Suns got in foul trouble. They got into the penalty in that first quarter.
Yeah.
The Hawks 5 of 7.
You don't want to do it against their second unit, because then the first unit will check in here in about 4 minutes, and then they'll reap the benefits of it.
It's Keaton Wallace, second-year man. Able to get back to his right hand. Pull up in the paint. Averaging about 16 minutes a game. His season high 14 against the Lakers.
Suns need to get the benefit of some calls here. It feels like it's just going one way.
Krejci will pick up that personal foul, fifth-year man. Ighodaro finds a slashing Dunn. Quick touch pass back to Gillespie. Gillespie trying to drive on Wallace. Wallace there to cut him off. 5-minute shot clock. Bryant turns, fires. Magic!
Hey, a little fadeaway, too.
Look what I found. Krejci puts it on the deck. The drive inside.
That's too easy. That's too easy there. And Oso can't get over there because it was a straight line drive. You got to at least make him go east to west.
Goodwin with Kennard defending on him. Gets a screen from Ighodaro. Probe of the defense. Sees an opening. Now, Jordan Goodwin has just been outstanding this last week to 10 days. Okongwu drives inside, and they're going to get Gillespie for the personal and a bucket.
Yeah, pressure to get it off because of the shot clock.
Boy, great awareness there by Ryan.
Yeah, that's a good screen by Oso Okongwu, but he didn't hold it. A lot of times he'll call a charge on that particular play, but he just hit him one time and then got out of the way.
Okongwu with 9 points in his 10 minutes. Goodwin trying to find an opening, back to Gillespie. Puts it on the deck, Wallace on the closeout. Tough drive inside, and Collin gets the best of him that time.
Yeah, and look, Wallace obviously got his brother's pedigree in regards to defense. Collin Gillespie used his smarts offensively to not only get a good angle to score it, but to draw the foul as well. Let's take a look at this. Change his direction and then go right at his body as he's trying to jump in front of you.
You can see, and again, this is a good defensive team, and these two teams come in with winning streaks. The Suns with 5 straight, Atlanta 4 straight, but both of them since the calendar flipped to November, their defensive ratings have gone up.
Well, they're having fun. They know offensively that they have freedom.
Gillespie hits the deck. Krejci out of the corner, won't get it. Rebound, O'Neal there to save it. But Atlanta clearly keying in on the Suns' 3-point shooters. based on what they've been able to do through the first 13 games. Catch and shoot, cover from Goodwin, no. Flying in, Dunn tried to get the tap in, but Okongwu there to rip it away. Krejci gets the screen. Iguodaro closing off the passing lane. Krejci, tough contested three, no. Newell flies inside. Again, nobody got a body on him. Fortunate that one didn't go down. Drops it off to the trailing O'Neal. Left hand finish, no. Wallace, Goodwin stays with it. What a drive from Jordan Goodwin. Just went right at Krejci with a hustle play of Dunn. Pays it off. And the Suns make it a one-point game. Timeout, Atlanta.
When you're not making shots, you got to get second chances. That's what the Suns are doing. And then Jordan Goodwin making them pay.
Saw in Jordan Ott, and Jordan got his start with the Atlanta Hawks as a video coordinator. He worked with both Mike Muscala and Damari Carroll, who are now on the Suns coaching staff. And Jordan Ott also had high praise for Quinn, saying that he was an incredible mind. He's always prepared, always thinking. He's so smart and intelligent and very detail-oriented, so he learned a lot from him during that time.
Yeah, went on to say, as Quinn shared the accounts, just said that they had a lot of tactical conversations, and Jordan went on to call Quinn just a brilliant coach, a mastermind, if you will.
Yeah, but you know, one of the hardest things is to get the players to their mindset to where both of these teams are right now. It looks like they're having fun. They're supporting each other from their benches. Like, that takes hard work too. And you got to know how to really approach guys to get that done.
Suns able to turn him over. Gillespie running the break. Deep three on the way for O'Neal. In and out. Gillespie stepping in traffic, but couldn't quite get there. Johnson maneuvers ahead. Krejci back to Okongwu. Long rebound. Gillespie tracks it down. And Atlanta's kind of cooled off a little bit.
And both teams aren't like lighting it up in regards to making shots.
Dunn sees an opening. Tough runner, can't get it. Daniels there, and Dunn hustled, tapped it off of him.
And Atlanta's shooting, what, 40% and 25 from three. The Suns, maybe I shouldn't say. I'll try to ignore it for a few minutes.
Well, they started 6 of 26. They have hit 6 of their last 9, so that's an improvement.
33% for the people at home.
Oso on the drive, gets into the youngster, whistle and a foul, and that's going to be another one on Mohamed Gay.
But see, this is
number 3.
Yeah, and for those that really know me, they know that at times, sometimes I can get a little critical of analytics. And I love what the Suns can do. This team, they don't have to rely on the three if they're not making. Like, they got guys that can get to the rim. They got mid-range game guys that can make shots. And that's what I'm interested in seeing, is the balance of it all. Because you can't be lights out from three every game.
Iguodaro has it stolen away by Daniels. Krejci setting up behind the three-point line. Suns transition defense locked on. Johnson.
Yeah, the Suns got back defensively, but they did not match up. And it allowed Jalen Johnson to have a free run to the rim from the three-point line.
7th player ever to record a 30.7 steal triple-double. Ryan Dunn somehow climbed the ladder, one-handed it, dropped it off to Jordan Goodwin, who sneaks inside.
Ryan Dunn is one of the few people on the floor that could have caught that pass.
Quick trigger left wing three. That one is good for Newell. Atlanta had shot just one of their previous 12 before that one went down. They're 5 of 17. Inside Dunn slams it home.
Well, Jalen Johnson went for the steal and paid a price.
Dunn getting the start tonight in place of Grayson Allen. Johnson spin facing up, and will get a defensive 3-second violation charged against the Suns, so technical foul. Red carpet run to the rim for Ryan Dunn.
Jalen Johnson is shooting the technical free throw.
Johnson Johnson shooting 80% on the season. Dillon Brooks will check back in as Jordan Goodwin will take a seat. Goodwin 6 points in his 8 minutes. Here's Alexander Walker. Five on a shot clock here. Oso steps out. Got a piece of that one. Great defense by Iguodaro.
Alexander tried to sidestep and got swiped.
Collin has that one blocked away by Krejci. Daniels runs the floor, drops it off to the trailing Johnson.
That's a tough shot, too. That's a tough shot to make.
A quick three and a quick 6-point burst from Atlanta. They're in front, 41-35.
Good birthday to you. New season high.
What's this costume? What do you think it is? What's this costume? Rico Suave.
I want to focus in on Oso.
That's another energy guy right there, man.
3-pointers made.
Real shooter. I wish I had some water. Real shooter. Real shooter. 10-piece. 10-piece. Appreciate you guys. Thumbs up.
And that was our Hornitos post-game interview mashup. As we take a look at the Suns' numbers at home this season. And that's been one of the great things here to get this season started, Each, because last season the Suns had a hard time taking advantage of the home floor. They are really riding the home court and the energy they're getting from their fans.
Mark leaving too soon on that screen.
Swing it down to Amanda with more.
Well, I never really know what to expect with those post-game walk-off interviews, guys, but it keeps me on my toes. They're a really enjoyable team, and that's something that Royce O'Neal spoke about, of just this team having fun. He said we do a great job of picking each other up, building a lot of confidence in one another. We all know what we're capable of doing, and now we just go out and play and feed off that.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like stealing the line from ASU football coach Kenny Dillingham, and I don't know that I'll quote him verbatim here as Booker on the drive, tangled up, sets up O'Neal for the three-point look. No, but we're going to be the team that has the most fun working the hardest as Jalen Johnson glides down the floor.
Obviously, Suns missing these threes is a problem, but in knowing that your balance defensively has to be on alert to get back because of the long rebound.
Atlanta now 6 of 20 from downtown. Suns just 2 of 16. Nice and Daniels on the drive. Tied up there by Booker. Drops it off to Newell. Well, he's come in and made an impact. The rookie out of Georgia, 6'10", 220 pounds.
Truly has.
8 points. Booker working on Newell, trying to get it inside to Williams. No opening there. Dillon puts it on the floor. Tough turnaround, won't get it. Oh, another whistle and a foul, and that's going to be the third team foul on Phoenix. Same story for Atlanta as Newell will take a seat.
Well, believe it or not, the Suns should put their head down. Yeah. You're missing shots. That happens. But what they are doing, they're staying close with the other good stuff that they're doing. And you can't lose sight of that. This is a 48-minute game. And so you can always be a party going on. It's going to be a rough time. And he's got to stay connected.
He's Shea squares and fires from downtown. 11-2 first here for Atlanta. Their biggest lead now. Booker with Alexander Walker defending on him. Backs him down to the paint. Tied up, ripped away by Daniels. Daniels up the floor now to Johnson. Skip pass inside to Okongwu. The Suns converge quickly, but Okongwu just did get the roll. Timeout, Phoenix. As the Hawks have pushed it to a 13-point advantage.
Sons of Suns fans, look who's in the house tonight from the Phoenix Mercury WNBA All-Star, the Unicorn, number 0, Satu Sabali.
Their biggest lead of the night now with 4:32 to go in its first half. And a reminder, the Suns are back here at Mortgage Matchup Center this weekend for a great three-game homestand. It all starts Friday with another NBA Cup showdown against the Minnesota Timberwolves, followed by a battle with the San Antonio Spurs next Sunday. Then on the 24th, the Rockets pay a visit here to the Valley. Secure your seats today at suns.com/picks. Atlanta getting out and running. They have been able to force the Suns into 8 turnovers. They've capitalized to the tune of 11 points. And the one thing with this Atlanta team, you can't over-dribble.
No, they're gonna scramble to you, and the Suns do it to teams too. You got to know that they're gonna come with multiple guys.
Williams out of the wing, surveying the defense, facing up on Okongwu. Comes in with that little jump hook.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Suns go to them a little bit more, and just to kind of settle things down. And if they come double, then you got a good opportunity to get a wide open shot.
Johnson on the drive. Gillespie there after the steal. Good defense that time by Brooks to knock it free. Booker taking a peek inside. Daniels defending on him. Brooks driving past Risa Shea. Hits the finger. Roll. Daniels on the drive and kick, and that Suns basketball. Offensive foul on Daniels.
You just love reaction out of timeouts. The Hawks go on a nice run to get a 13-point lead, and the Suns come right back with 2 buckets and then force another turnover.
And it's Atlanta's 7th turnover. Gillespie on the drive. Pocket pass down inside to Williams. Gathers inside, and Williams takes him to the boat room. Alexander Walker getting to the baseline. No. Good box at that time by Livers.
Yes. Livers, maybe he's the answer to break the 3 breakdown.
Livers. Gillespie, baseline, touch pass Booker. Collins, corner, 3-point hit, and a foul.
They might take a look at this too. Collins a little shaken up here.
And Dillon Brooks is waving his finger.
Nickeil Alexander Walker is first personal. 14 foul.
I mean,
well, I don't know.
Like Alexander
like
Walker
he came over and kind of
punched him in the stomach.
Yeah,
that's old school stuff. You got away with that in the late 70s and 80s and 90s. Yeah, but the rule change doesn't allow that now.
Do that to me still in a food line. 10-0 Phoenix run. Daniels jumps the pass out now to Okongwu. Alexander Walker on the drive. Slips inside with the left hand.
Alexander Walker, he's had good games against the Suns as a Minnesota Timberwolves.
Say back to his Minnesota days. Booker way outside. With a leaner, no. Back tap Williams. Suns with a reset. Brooks had it, but couldn't control. Daniels. Hawks on the break.
Yeah, you have to meet your pass against Atlanta. Yep. They play the passing lane.
Collins, a little step through move, won't get it. Johnson finds it, trailing Okongwu. That 3-ball won't go. Booker sees a double team, drops it off now to Brooks. Brooks colliding with Daniels, and
that should count. And that counts.
Daniels goes tumbling into his teammate Okongwu.
Dillon Brooks thought he got a charge, but I'm glad he finished. The official had his hand up. He was looking at him. And you just take a look at it. Watch. Now watch Dillon. He's like, uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Quinn Snyder, I think he wants to challenge this.
Well, he's clear down there on the other side of the court. Snyder is clearly a little hot under the collar. He'll call the timeout. We got our first green light special on this Sunday
Atlanta
night.
has called a timeout to challenge the foul.
54-49.
Coach's challenge is brought to you by Sweet James.
There's the drive. No, he was still moving.
I'm not sure what you'd even consider challenging.
Yeah, what you challenge. Now, Okongwu got hurt. Now, he's still moving. He's still moving. He's not set. So what do you charge? What are you challenging here?
Yeah, I'm going to go down a limb and say this will be an unsuccessful challenge. And look, more importantly, that's a third personal foul on Dyson Daniels. So that becomes significant as well. Daniels is just an absolute defensive menace.
Yeah, and a lot of it is why they challenge it too, because they don't want him in serious foul trouble.
Here's the call from Brian Forte.
After review, the defender is moving laterally and to his left and does not get directly in the path of the shooter prior to his upward motion. The challenge is unsuccessful. The basket is good. Brooks will shoot one free throw.
Yeah, and you know, that's kind of the trifecta, because that third foul on Dyson Daniels, you get a free throw opportunity here for Brooks, but now Atlanta without a challenge.
Yeah, without a challenge, but still for the life of me, the video guy behind the bench, he must have been terrified to say, don't look at it. Because look, if I was back there with that iPad, I'd be like, man, no, he fouled him.
Well, it almost seemed like Quinn had made up his mind based on the eye test more than anything that he was getting from the bench.
Exactly. But then the video guy's got to jump from behind the bench like Superman and say, no, no, no.
Danger, Will Robinson. Go old school for some of our Suns fans.
Yeah. Lost in space. I don't know if they know about that one. But
like I said,
a lot of people might say I'm lost in space sometimes.
Johnson turned over by Brooks. Booker running the floor. Swarmed under there by Alexander Walker. Johnson stepping out now on Brooks. Crosses him up, looks inside. Dillon on the turnaround. 2-point game.
What a great answer. And answered without threes. That's even more impressive.
Here's Okongwu trying to turn the corner. Suns on a 15-4 run. Catch and shoot cover from Alexander Walker.
He's one guy, as I said, he comes with a lot of confidence in regards to the Suns. And you got to get up on him.
32% shooter on the season, but 2 of 5 here tonight. Booker trying to turn the corner, sees the double team again. Brooks driving. Tough drive, sweet finish.
Dillon Brooks lighting it up again.
Starting to come to life here in the second quarter. He's got a dozen.
The Suns get a stop here. Takes the confidence away from Atlanta. Up 13.
Shea gets the screen, can't connect. Final 38 seconds of the half.
Suns get two. They can get 2 possessions here with a quick shot.
Brooks thought about the 3, but Alexander Walker closed out. Brooks looking for the answer, won't get it. Rebound, Shea. Up to Alexander Walker, about a 6-second differential between shot and game clock. Johnson outside, harassed by Brooks.
Suns have a foul to give, too.
Johnson backing down. Continue to probe. Brooks jams him up. Offensive foul, Jalen Johnson. Atlanta doesn't have a challenge. Great,
and they probably should look at
defense.
They probably should look at it because it was an elbow. It was an elbow. Unintentional, but if you look at it, right there. I mean, they normally call that.
And I think Justin Van Dyne, backside official, saw that. And so as a result, they will take a peek at it. And Jordan Knott coming over, talking to Brian Forte, as Brian Forte had some heated words for Dillon Brooks. Who
plays under review for potential flagrant foul.
Brian Forte get a taste of an elbow and see how that feels.
Well, and I think that's what Dillon was, you know, aggressively expressing.
Yeah,
the best way to
come
put it.
on. I mean, if a player connected with an elbow to him, he's suspended 10 games. So I mean, right there, he swings it around. Now that's normally called as a flagrant.
And
so
there was no theater there from Dillon Brooks. That was full contact.
And he was a little bit perturbed because of the way Dillon was guarding him. And not saying he did it intentionally. I'm not saying Jalen Johnson is a dirty player in doing that. But he was trying to get Dillon off of him. And that's a way to do it. You know, back in the old days, that's a normal play. I mean, yeah, you pop a guy.
Right.
And he comes over and complains, hey, man, you in my jersey. What do you want me to do?
No blood, no foul.
I mean, come on. You stick your face in there, it's going to get hurt. That's why I kept my face out of there.
Taking a long look at it.
You know how we are, K-Ray. We got to keep our pretty faces out of there, man. You can't do that.
That's right. The money makers. Taking a long look at it back at the replay center in Secaucus.
Well, the good thing is they're taking a while, which helps. Dillon's already going to the free throw line. Look at him. I mean, you know, if anybody should know if a foul is a flagrant, it should be Dillon, right?
All right, here's a call.
After review, the offensive player hits the defender above the shoulders with an elbow. There is speed, and the contact is unnecessary. This rises to the level of a flagrant. 2 shots in the ball for Phoenix.
Boy, and that is massive because it goes down as a foul on Johnson, just his first. But now you get 2 free throws, you get the ball, and final shot of
the final
half.
shot. The Suns have an opportunity here to not only get closer, but go up. And that is amazing after being down 13.
Yeah, led briefly by 1. Atlanta, big lead of 13. $14 for the game. 11 of those have come here in this second quarter.
And again, Suns doing all this and have not shot the ball well.
Nope.
You find it hard to think that they're going to continue to struggle as they have from the perimeter.
Inbound here. Let's see what kind of a quality look they can get for the final shot of the half. Lefty trying to shake the defender. Turns the corner. Drives inside. Goes glass. Going to get himself a trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, well,
Alexander Walker
said
pleading
he didn't
his
touch
case,
him. But I mean, what's going to happen? You don't have a challenge.
Alexander Walker. He is lobbying hard to no avail.
Quinn Snyder just looked the other way. Like, doesn't he know we don't have a challenge? Oh, gee.
Get up in there.
Yeah, there are unlike golf tournaments. You can't buy a mulligan here.
You know, they should allow that though. The coach can buy an extra.
What do you think?
Donate it to charity.
What would you charge for a challenge?
Probably got to pay 50K.
50K, okay.
Yeah.
But you're talking about $50.
No. It'll be no coaches asking for a challenge. That's what I'm saying.
Collins rattles it in. 2.1 left here. Alexander Walker gets it away. The Suns close the second quarter on a 21-7 run after trailing by 13 and lead it by 1 at the break. 58-57. Phoenix in front. Stay tuned for the Gila River Resorts and Casinos halftime report with Tom Leander and Tom Chambers. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports. Beautiful Sunday night in downtown Phoenix. Halftime inside the Mortgage Matchup Center with the Suns in front 58-57, along with our Emmy Award-winning crew, our director Bob Adlock, producer Brock Crouch. I got the smooth shooter Eddie Johnson, Kevin Ray. Well, the Suns came out a struggle, and we talked about this Atlanta link. Their defense has been outstanding during this win streak, but the Suns just kind of stayed with it, got off of the three ball, started driving. Good things started happening.
And I talked about it earlier. If they offensive rebound and give themselves a chance, despite them shooting 41% and Atlanta shooting 50, they still only scored one less field goal. They took 9 more shots, and they got to the free throw line 4 more times. That's how you stay in ball games, and the Suns did a great job of that in the first half.
A 1-point lead. Atlanta led by as many as 13 in that first half. Before we get that third quarter started, though, let's send it over to Amanda for the BMW Coach Chat.
Jesse, the Hawks led by as many as 13, and then the Suns close on a 21-7 run. What allowed the team to turn things around?
Yeah, well, we're not obviously shooting the ball well, but we started to get some stops right there, and then that got us out to get some hard-earned buckets. We got to be able to, when the three isn't falling, we still got to be able to play with extreme pressure defense, and we started to do that. I thought Dillon did a great job of kind of getting us going.
Yeah, you mentioned Dillon. He really kind of initiated that second quarter run. How big has he been just in continuing to stay aggressive offensively?
Yeah, I mean, he's a warrior. He does it every time, no matter what. And so when he's playing with that energy, it's contagious. And I felt like that really sparked us in that run.
Jesse, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Amanda. And, you know, it's interesting. Listen to Devin talk about Dillon's game Thursday when he went for 24 of his 32 against the Pacers. It was a back-to-back. And Book admitted after the game, when he went for another 30-piece, he said, you know, admittedly, my energy was just kind of low on the back-to-back. And he said, you come into the building, you get in the locker room, you get around this guy, and it just, like, you know, it's just like a fuel tank.
Yeah.
And he just has a way of filling you up.
Yeah, and what I would say to that, everyone knows the schedule. So if you know the schedule, find that energy, because you have to show up and go to work. And that's always been my mentality and how you think about that. That schedule comes out in what, late August, late September. You know, and you have to be prepared. And Dillon Brooks is always prepared.
Here's Okongwu. Williams defending, and Okongwu able to get it up and over the Suns' big man. .13 for Okongwu. He and Johnson both coming off a 30-point night, just as Dillon Brooks, Devin Booker are doing the same. Tough drive and finish as Brooks going right at Reza Shea.
Reza Shea is not strong enough to deal with Dillon Brooks if he can connect with his body. Just moved him backwards.
Yeah, I thought Jesse made a good point, and you know, we've talked about it with this coaching staff. Their timeouts have been so kind of calculated and well-timed. When the Suns were struggling with that three ball, you could see the change in kind of the attitude and approach on what they wanted to do. Johnson, and his shot clock winding down, able to get to the baseline. 15 now for Jalen Johnson. Coming off a near quadruple double as the redirect falls into the hands of Williams. Williams was grabbed there by Okongwu.
Yeah, they didn't let him get away with that one.
Reza Shea runs the floor. Brooks sees the opening, sticks the three. Just the fourth made three. Atlanta, 4 more made threes than Phoenix as Alexander Walker laps the handle into the hands of Williams.
Wow, but he just lost the ball.
Booker on the drive, grabbed there by Okongwu, and he's going to get a tie-up.
Devin is arguing that he He grabbed the ball and he just took it back. Let's take a look at it. No, it's the correct call.
He's able to get on top of it.
You can steal this jump though. Don't just give in.
Brooks steps in, and it will be Atlanta ball. Hawks come in here riding a 4-game win streak. They're 4-1 against the Western Conference. 6-2 on the road. Alexander Walker nearly had it stolen away by Dunn. Here is Dyson Daniels way outside. Brooks on the switch. Daniels knocking to the basket. Okongwu for 3.
You gotta respect him. The guy can make them.
Made 8 Thursday night.
You gotta treat him like he's a little guy out there taking these threes.
Brooks working on the slender. Rizache gets a shot up. No. Williams fighting for it. They're going to get an offensive foul. They're going to charge that on Brooks.
Dillon Brooks, second personal, first team foul.
Second personal on Brooks. And we're going to get another whistle on a foul. This will be charged on Ryan Dunn.
Ryan Dunn, second personal, second team foul.
And the Suns picked up a lot of fouls in that first quarter. Atlanta getting to the free throw line. They're 7 of 9 on the night. Suns have gotten there 11 times, made all 11.
Yeah, it's amazing the Suns shot more free throws. I think Mike Davis was the one getting called for a lot of fouls.
Rizache comes up the screen. He fires the 3, won't get it, hits the deck. Brooks, quick lead pass up the floor now to...
We need to get O'Neal going.
I was just going to say, Booker, defender in his hip pocket, touch pass, done. Cues up the 3-ball, corner pocket. He has worked so hard on that shot before and after practices. Rizache trying to split the defenders. Okongwu drives the lane inside. No. Boy, they're going to get a foul here on Williams.
Third team foul.
My goodness, it looked like from that angle Okongwu leading with, you see him.
Yeah, he had his helmet off his shoulder. But Mark's got to know, and he does a very good job out there on the perimeter, so he knows this. You got to force him left. I mean, you know, he's a right-handed player. He's got to show me that he can drive left. And hopefully you got some help down there where he can just force him underneath the bucket.
The third personal on Williams as we get a message from our friends at Chaz Roberts.
Chaz Roberts, AC and Plumbing, family owned since 1942.
Okongwu comes in averaging 15 points a game. He's got 18 now in the night. No Trae Young, no Kristaps Porzingis. And an offensive foul on Dillon Brooks. It's going to be number 3 on Dillon. And this is where you've got to
be careful.
Kind of lean into your composure a little bit.
Because these officials are, you know, unlike the Indiana game, they're calling everything. Yeah. And so you have to adjust to the group of officials in the way that they're calling.
Dillon defending Jalen Johnson, so you don't want to pick up a cheap fourth one here. Brooks all over him with a switch. Johnson behind the stripe. 10 of 27. So 5 more made threes, and it's a 5-point Atlanta lead. Booker, elbow jumper, no. Tapped up, controlled by Daniels. Up the floor, Rizache. And that'll be a charge on Rizache. Great defense that time by Devin Booker.
They saw him coming all the way and just stood there and took the hit. And literally took the hit. There was no embellishment there. He didn't fake it. He took the hit.
First personal on Rizache. Dunn on the drive. Kicks it to O'Neal from the corner. Yes!
Ryan had a dunk, but it worked out okay because that's the one guy you want to get a good look.
Yeah. First bucket of the night for Royce.
Out of bounds, Atlanta basketball.
But we all know with Royce, once he hits one,
yeah,
it just becomes like a shooting gallery.
44 made threes through his first 13 games. That's the second most in team history, behind his teammate Grayson Allen with 51. But no Grayson Allen tonight. Suns missing his top three-point shooting. Okongwu won't get that one. Long rebound. Daniel Johnson recovers, I should say. Riza Shea across the lane.
Yeah, long rebound there. Okongwu again. Tremendous shooting stroke from out there.
Book sees a double team, lines up, straightaway hit for Dillon Brooks. One-point game. Alexander Walker can't connect on the three. Outlet up the floor now to Brooks. Suns trying to push a little bit. Williams, touch pass done. Sees an opening, drops it off inside, and a whistle and a foul.
But nice aggressive play there from Ryan Dunn.
First team foul.
Timeout on the floor. 1 point Atlanta lead.
Dillon Brooks getting it done on both ends. Live life confidently. Now, this is how you execute and not draw the attention of the official. First of all, you got your point guard out there, Nick Richards. Okay? Now, you've got the handoff coming up. It's not fluid. It's not a fluid handoff, but that's fine. Now, what he does is he has every right, once he releases the ball, to go and post up. So he can push for position, and that's exactly what he did. He pushed his defender for position. He didn't try to set another screen because that could be a foul, but got him deep enough to where he could not help out, and Collin gets the layup.
Richards tonight, 5 minutes, 3 rebounds. Not taking a shot at him. Ryan Dunn will go to the line. Atlanta was pleading that he was passing the basketball. But
well, I think he was. You know, I'll say that after the fact. Can't penalize me now. Even though you remember last year, they actually asked me in regards to an instant replay.
There you see Kristaps Porzingis remains sideline.
And I'm glad he's over there. He can get healthy after he leaves here. Yeah. He's a problem. Yeah. He's a cheat code, as they say.
Just 42 games last year, though, dealing with illness and injuries. But yeah, if he gets healthy, Trae Young gets healthy, Atlanta will be a problem in the East. The Hawks team that went 40 and 42 last season.
Yeah, if rhythm continues, though, right? And I think that's the key.
You bring up a great point.
With Trae Young, who's a guy that's used to taking a ton of shots, breaking a lot of plays, and I'm sure he's got a good look at how connected this team was with him being out.
Riza Shea able to get a hand on that. Brooks can't control. Turnover Phoenix.
Yeah, Devin in a hurry to get it over there. But again, you got to realize and remember, this Atlanta team, they overplay the passing lane. You cannot just quickly pass it. You have to look before you do.
Both these teams love to play the passing lanes. Phoenix number 6 in deflections. Atlanta number 9. Riza Shea catches 2-3. No. Williams to the box out. Great job by the Suns' big man. Just his 5th rebound, but he's done a great job at boxing out and providing opportunities for others. O'Neal drives across the lane to Brooks. Johnson able to get a hand on it. Dillon able to gather on the turn. Got the bounce. 7-0 Phoenix run. And Phoenix with their biggest lead of the night at 3. Johnson jammed up. Swarmed by Brooks. A traveling call on Alexander Walker. It's like the 3rd time that Alexander Walker keeps looking back to the bench for a challenge.
I'm about ready to go. I'm about ready to scream out there and say, look, watch the videotape after the game. That's the only replay you're going to get. That's the only replay, okay?
You need one coach with a tablet. You need another coach with a whiteboard that says no challenges or out of challenges. Stop waving your finger. Gillespie. Booker with Kennard in his hip pocket.
Yeah, but he can get his shot off on that guy.
3 on the shot clock. Can't get the bounce. Up the floor to Kennard. He passed up the 3. Fires the pass across to Riza Shea. Alexander Walker on the drive. He is met by Mark Williams. Kennard. No.
Yeah, but
again,
look at the defense, Mark Williams.
Great hustle by Williams. Ran the floor. Didn't get the payoff. Royce O'Neal can't connect. Last touched by Atlanta. Boy, you would have loved to have seen them get it inside to Mark because he absolutely shut down that entire possession.
Yes. But, you know, it's a shot that Royce has been hitting. Again, he's going to have bad nights shooting. He can't stop. And that's his good look off the break, wide open. And we've seen him this year knock down plenty.
Riza Shea sits down. Krejci will check in. Gillespie working on the veteran Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Collin on a drive. Jump stop inside, no.
Yeah, gave him too much respect, though, on the release. Kennard's not blocking his shot.
Krejci run off the 3-point line. Circles inside. Goes with a little runner off the glass. It's his second made field goal in his 11 minutes. Brooks on the drive. Too strong. Mohamed Gage checked into the Atlanta lineup as well. Kennard trailing on the play. Alexander Walker drives inside. And we're going to get a jump ball. Dillon Brooks just, boy, he is jumping out and jumping on anything in his sight. This Quinn Snyder is again out across the midcourt stripe.
Quinn Snyder is saying he's grabbing arm. No, Quinn, he's got ball.
That was all basketball. And Quinn just got a warning from the outside official. So Brooks and Alexander Walker will jump it up. Control by Phoenix.
Yeah, Devin's got to get going here. Obviously, they're really defending him and paying attention. It's time for him.
On the drive, right on cue, Mr. Johnson. And Quinn Snyder is absolutely heated. Booker gets the bucket.
Devin, the alarm clock went off.
Ring, ring. He visiting Hawks with 3:41 to go here in the third. This season, the Suns Phoenix Mercury Foundation has committed to a series of micro grants corresponding to select theme nights. It's an opportunity to help small local nonprofits further their mission. Tonight's recipient was Generations for Change, which enhances the well-being of young people and families through behavioral health preventative care services, modern interventions, traditions, and worldviews of the indigenous communities they serve. To learn more, visit generationforchange.org. Now, Devin Booker, you must have had an earpiece there with Book. You'd said he needs to get going.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Jordan maybe leaves him in there a little bit with the go against their second unit. Because defensively with the first unit, they've done a really good job of keeping the ball out of his hands.
Yeah, got double figures back in the first quarter. Has really had to play the role of facilitator since then. Johnson can't get to the pass. Creech there to recover. 3 on the shot clock. Krejci throws it away. Off to Dillon Brooks. And Dillon with a rim run.
That Suns perimeter defense starting to ramp itself up.
Showing Atlanta they've got some defensive teeth as well. As Brooks nearly with another steal, an 11-2 Phoenix run. As Quinn Snyder's going to turn back to Okongwu and Daniels here.
I want to get Dillon Brooks' workout plan. He doesn't get tired, man. That'd be like
it is.
I want the Brooks workout plan, man. This guy's energy level is just second to none.
He has got a different energy source than most, for sure.
And they say, you know, people don't talk about it much, but they say he watched tons of film.
Tons of film.
And you know, so people trying to figure out why he can get away with stuff and why he's so good. That's why.
Okongwu able to muscle it up and in. He's got 20 to lead the Atlanta scoring attack.
This young man can play. It's at his size, too. He's not the traditional center, you know, but he knows how to play that role.
One season at USC. Brooks backing down, finds Livers. Tees up the three ball. Isaiah Livers off the bench.
You need that sometimes, K-Ray, you need that wild card. That guy that just steps off and all of a sudden knocking shots down for you.
Okongwu trying to match it, won't get it. Good box at that time by Jordan Goodwin.
Yeah, I'm telling you. He couldn't jump to get it, but he kept him out of it.
Well, Goodwin has been a plus-minus dynamo on the plus side when he is on the floor, especially defensively.
Right there, that's what, if Daniels is guarding you that far out, get off the ball. Because now you have an advantage somewhere else. Like, you don't want to try to go one-on-one against him.
Yeah.
That's playing right into their hands.
Yeah, Daniels with an NBA record as Colin Gillespie knifes his way to the cup. Suns building on now their biggest lead to 8. Final 147 of the quarter. Wallace with a pull-up in the paint. No, ripped away by Gillespie. Skips it across to Goodwin. Goodwin, the defender, running at him. From the corner, Livers. Three ball, corner pocket.
Sometimes as a coach, you can just make the right substitution. And that's what's happened here. Livers getting it done with his opportunity.
Well, and look, we've seen him play confidently without scoring the basketball. We've seen how well he is shot, not necessarily in terms of productivity, but he's got a great shot.
Yes.
Gillespie finds him again. This time runs the defender off. Brooks straight away. Boy, crowd was ready to erupt there. Colin Gillespie with a near steal. He does. Goodwin inside. Oh! Gillespie, the trigger man. Goodwin with the finish.
And look at this crowd. Like, I haven't seen this crowd, this fan base react to the level that they have reacted so far this year to this team. You talking about straight up hustle? Everybody gave up on that play except the players in the white uniforms. What a heck of a play by Colin Gillespie, and then Jordan Goodwin right there on the moment to make them scream.
Completes the three-point play, and all of a sudden, a 27-point swing. Atlanta led by 13 back in the first half. The Suns via a 22-4 run, now lead by 14. Final 44 seconds of the third. Okongwu spins, ripped away by Goodwin. Suns on the break. Brooks ducks up and under. And we're going to get a delay of game called, but Jordan Knott will take that.
You know, sometimes strategically, a delay of game is good. You know, because they were going to push it up to try to get the 2-for-1 quickly. Suns defense now gets set.
This unit has just been scintillating. Daniels probing the defense. Shoves a pass into the corner. Three ball, no. Livers with a rebound. Suns with the final shot of the quarter.
That's smart by Gillespie. Just Daniels near you. Just get rid of it, man.
Final seconds. Brooks on the drive to the baseline. Bucket. Wallace gets it away. But the fire has been lit. Dillon Brooks, and dare I say, Villain Jr. lit the fuse. 37-20, Suns outscore them in the quarter and lead at 95-77 as we head to the fourth here at the Mortgage Matchup Center. You're watching Phoenix Suns basketball on Arizona's Family Sports. Stimstat Well, the Suns have not just been winning. They have been winning. Look at those numbers. Led by as many as 46 against the Pacers.
Again, you're not going to hold them down as we've seen this season.
Gillespie up top. Richards, flashing baseline. Takes him to the boom room.
Man, I'm serious. It's like the runs that they have put on this year has been devastating.
Runs unlike anything we've seen in the last 2 seasons. Dyson Daniels quiets the crowd for a moment with a spin finish.
If you notice with this team, every shot is challenged. Teams might get hot.
Jordan Goodwin.
But they get hotter.
With a 3-ball in the grill of Okongwu. Goodwin, another double-figure scoring night off the Suns bench. He's got a dozen. Johnson on the turnaround. Now, Colin Gillespie has just been an absolute menace. 13 points. Team's leading rebounder with a career-high 8, and he's got 6 assists. Goodwin driving on Daniels. Tough turnaround in traffic. Reza Shea up the floor now for Atlanta. Hawks closing out a West Coast swing. Reza Shea can't get that one. They come in riding a 4-game winning streak. The Suns, winners of 5 straight. Gillespie. Oh my. Puts the okey-doke on him.
They got to bump knees after that, but he's okay because the shot went in.
Devin Booker making his way to the scorer's table. Dunn stepping out defensively on Johnson. Reza Shea puts it on the deck. Drives across the lane. Won't get it. Richards with a rebound.
Atlanta is like, how many players do they have out here?
Richards sees an opening. And Collins going to get a breather, and it'll be well-deserved.
I thought he got fouled on that, but the concentration, though, to continue it and keep an eye, and then Colin right there. You want to dance with me?
I want to take you back to that last time out of the quarter. The Suns were coming out of the huddle.
Yes, you and I think on the same wavelength. Go right ahead.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Collins walking up, and Jesse Merman, Suns assistant coach, is bumping him the whole way up to the scorer's table. Yeah. And he goes chest to chest with him. And basically he's telling him, just go get it done.
Yeah,
go get it done.
Exactly.
Just don't worry about the contact. Yeah. Just go get it done.
Yeah, and everything's connected totally with this team. What about when Atlanta called the timeout and Jalen Green, who could be really upset and he's sorrowful with his injury, he's one of the first ones out there egging the crowd on.
Jalen Johnson somehow able to navigate past the 2 Suns defenders and get a tough and one.
This young man, I'm telling you, he's going to be an all-star a lot of years in this league.
Yeah.
He has it all. I don't think there's any really negatives to his game. The Suns, to their defensively, they have pretty much put a shadow on him to not allow him to dominate.
Yeah, coming off the triple-double, a near quadruple-double. First NBA player since steals were tracked at 73, 74. He had that kind of a stat line.
But I say dominate, but he has 23, 9, and 6.
Dyson Daniels drives inside, cut off there by Booker. Swing it around, Alexander Walker for 3. No, rebound Goodwin. Yeah, so you're shutting him down. He's 9 of 10 with 23. Booker to the elbow.
Yeah, that's what you do. So you bring the cleaner in Devin now, right? He hadn't had to do a ton, and just let him just clean it up. Go to work now.
Goodwin with a near steal, stepping out on Daniels. Tight up there by Livers. Good defense, but a strong finish with the left hand by Dyson Daniels.
Well, again, he's not offensively aggressive to a high level, but he shows you that he has the ability to score.
Daniels no more for his defense. Led the NBA deflections last season with 448. Livers puts it on the deck. Off to Dunn. Crossing up Johnson. Tried to sneak one up. Speaking of sneaky, Jordan Goodwin sliding in the back door with the steal and the bucket.
Jordan Goodwin has been a huge pickup.
Nick Richards, a collision there with Alexander Walker that will get Alexander Walker to the free throw line.
Alexander Walker knew there was going to be a tough attempt. So what he did, he threw his body into Nick Richards. He knew Nick was going to go for it, as Nick does. He does not shy away from going after shots, but he knew he would pay a price as well.
Yeah, you were mentioning Jordan Goodwin. We talked about his impact. But coming into tonight's game, he had 162 minutes played. 133 of those were non-garbage time. And when he's on the floor, the Suns' defensive rating of 111, equivalent to 4th best in the league. And I got to give credit to Stephen Prizjon Garner, who broke out that stat. I saw it over the weekend. But he has been a massive impact both ends of the floor.
And it started in exhibition. I mean, especially over in China, where he did some things that really opened the eyes of everyone.
Out to Book, squares and fires for 3. No, Richards had it, but ripped away by Okongwu. Up the floor now to Riza Shea. It's under 8 minutes to go here in the 4th. Alexander Walker to Johnson. Just smothering defense by Dunn. Nearly able to get the steal. And look at the reaction from that Suns bench.
When you see Dillon Brooks do what he does out there, everybody else has to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's infectious.
Alexander Walker off the inbound, nearly traveled. Richards able to close him off. Forced to do a tough turnaround.
That was a tough shot.
Yeah. 13 now for Nickeil Alexander Walker.
And the guy hangs out with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What do you expect?
Booker with Daniels draped all over him. Gets the screen. Draws the double team. Back across, delivers. Richards on the spin, trying to create space, has it knocked free. Phoenix turnover, Riza Shea up the floor. Pulls, quick 3, got it. Timeout Phoenix.
Timeout Suns.
107-92, Suns in front. 92, Suns leading the Hawks with 7:09 to go here in the 4th. And it's time for the Chaz Roberts pool play. Chaz Roberts serving you since 42.
Colin Gillespie has been unbelievable in this game. This young man is just tough. But just recognizing the decision making and then the ability to shoot it when you need to. He's flirting with a triple-double.
I mean, look at that stat line. He's adding to what is already a career high in rebounds. Previous was 7. He leads the team. And you ask, how does the shortest guy on the floor lead the team in rebounds? Look at the definition of want to.
Yep, that's it.
You'll find Colin Gillespie.
Look, if you want to be a tremendous rebounder, you just got to want to go get the ball. That's it. Doesn't matter how big you are.
Riza Shea able to pick the pocket. Oh my goodness. He just did a complete up and under. And Quinn Snyder trying to get his team's attention to get a foul. Yeah, Riza Shea is...
Yeah, that's not good.
Wow.
And, the speed, when he went to dunk, his momentum.
Yeah, everything was
carried him
toward the basket.
And he could not hold on to the rim. And he tried to hold on to the rim, but it caused him to flip. And Colin, I don't believe, even touched him. Right there. Now he's going 100 miles an hour, and he barely touched him.
He tried to hang on to the rim, but
yes, it flipped him.
So much force. We're going to step aside for a timeout as they tend to him. Alexander Walker at the free throw line. He is shooting a free throw as a result of a technical foul that was called on Dillon Brooks. They will update you on Zachary Riza Shea, the Hawks player that went down. And we won't show the play to you, but the good news is he is up and has been helped to the locker room.
Well,
but
he walked off on his own.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. But I am so thankful because he could have easily fell on his head or whatever, and he didn't.
It was a scary fall.
Yeah, that was one of the scariest. Most players will tell you that's the one play that they feel vulnerable when you're taken out of the air, right? And in that situation, he took himself out of the air when he went 100 miles an hour and he tried to hold on to the rim. And he got his feet kind of crossed up as well. So it's just, that was not good to see.
I'm not sure what the discussion is about. A 9-0 Atlanta run here. 107-95.
Suns have to really be connected here because this is the kind of situation that, you know, a team really all of a sudden go on a run just based on that.
And this is 3 steals in a row now by Atlanta. Johnson on the drive. Has it knocked free by Booker. And that's the thing with this Atlanta team. You can't turn your back from the opposite side because they are coming.
Yeah, well, there's desperation for them, sort of. It's not total desperation. There's 7 minutes left. 6.5 minutes left in this quarter.
Daniels on the inbound, trying to sneak it into Johnson. Able to do so, leaves it short. Daniels with the offensive glass work. Okongwu for 3. Got it. 12-0 Atlanta run. We've got to get it across, just does. Daniels defending. He is a defensive menace. Now the switch. Tracy stepping out on Booker. Booker driving past. Scoops it out to Gillespie. 3 on the shot clock. They reverse it. Baseline look for Booker. In and out. Loose ball. Daniels has got it. But then we're going to get a loose ball foul called on Phoenix. That's going to be charged on Williams.
13 foul.
Number 4 on Mark, 3rd team foul. Atlanta with just 1 team foul.
So the Suns just have to get connected on this end.
Yeah.
That's what got them the lead. Okay, so they got to get connected here.
Well, 9 of those points off the 12-0 run. As Johnson fighting for it, there's Daniels again with another loose ball rebound. Scooped it out to Okongwu. They reverse it. Tracy fires for 3. Now we said he had been on a heater coming into the game, and just like that, the Hawks come roaring back. It's a 6-point game now, 107-101. Timeout Phoenix.
Dillon Brooks is going to have to continue that heater and try to find a way to open this game up. He along with Devin Booker. They're going to need some shots to fall. He went on a tremendous run to get the Suns out in front of this game. And look, the Suns still should feel good because it didn't look like it would be a game like this. It looked like the Hawks were going to beat a team up 20 points at one stretch. So it's the beautiful part about the NBA 24-second shot clock. You always have an opportunity to get back in the game. And so what the Suns have to do now, if they got to be definitive on their screening, if they're going to try to get matchups and target certain players, they got to set really good legal screens. And Daniels obviously is the guy that's on Devin. So if you're trying to free up Devin, you got to find a way to set a good screen to get him off of him. And then go from there. But so far this quarter, it's been very difficult.
Gillespie back on the floor here along with Royce O'Neal, Mark Williams, Dillon Brooks. Booker on the drive with a pull-up no. Rebound Johnson. Brooks steps in, nearly got the steal, and that's going to be a travel. Again, Brooks cut right across his path and was able to force the Atlanta turnover.
He jumped in the air, and I don't know if he came down or not. He was down.
The Suns in desperate need of a bucket here. Gillespie gets a screen, gets the look, spins out no. Alexander Walker pushing it up the floor. Here's Johnson. Alexander Walker to the left hand. Leaves it short, but again, boy, Dyson Daniels has been the problem. This fourth quarter, nobody has gotten a body on it.
Yeah, that part hurt. I mean, he missed that shot. That you should be greedy to be able to get there.
That's a third or fourth rebound as Brooks on the drive in traffic. He hits the deck. No whistle. Atlanta coming back the other way in a 4-point game. Shot up, shot in, and the foul.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now it's a 4.5 minute game.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. The Hawks went on their run. The Suns went on their run. This has been a game of runs. And so the challenge here is not even worry about what you had. It's what you're trying to get now. I mean, this is a season of runs all throughout the league. I've never seen as many runs in limited minutes as I've seen this year in the NBA.
Phoenix had a 22-4 run as Booker with a pull-up in the paint. And that stops a 20-0 Atlanta run. Lead back to three. Johnson, right wing, Okongwu. Won't get that one. Brooks off the miss.
Both teams really, Suns are in serious foul trouble, but the Hawks only won.
Book on the drive, gets the defender up in the air, hangs and hits.
Devin Booker to the Suns free throw line, shooting one.
I think Mark Williams is going to play a huge role here down the stretch. Not just with his rebounding, but the Hawks really trying to what? Get to the rim.
Yeah.
And so he has to be a deterrent. Now, I know he can't leave quickly because of Okongwu out there shooting the threes.
Okongwu 3 of 9 tonight. After knocking down 8 Thursday. Booker got the steal. Tap to Gillespie, back to Booker. Suns in transition. Pull up three from Booker. Won't get it. Good one fighting for it, but that's going to be.
I know what Devin was thinking there. Okay, I don't like it, but if he misses it, Mark Williams is on the weak side to get the rebound.
Timeout on the floor. 112-106. 3:34 to go on this Sunday night.
Scan the QR code to be seen on the video board right now. Get out those phones, Suns Nation, and scan the code. We want to see the best fans in the NBA. That's you. Let's get after it. We got a Suns prize pack if you do it. So get those phones out, Suns Nation. Let's go. Congratulations, we got a Suns prize pack plus a ticket.
Right down to the wire we go here inside the Mortgage Matchup Center. And tonight's Wire Cam coverage is brought to you by our partners at Defy.
Devin getting to his sweet spot. Thought he got fouled there, but kept his concentration. And then right here, again, getting Daniels off of him. Team rebound. That's everyone. You forget about the fast break or any of that. You just got to get the stop.
Jordan Goodwin jumping out defensively on Daniels. Daniels trying to get back to the left hand of the drive inside. Krejci from the corner on the kick. Okongwu for the shot clock. From the corner, Alexander Walker got the bucket and got a foul. Number 4 on Brooks. Boy, shot clock winding down. The Suns did everything right until right there at the end.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to the shot clock. If he had a chance, he'd take that by. Had a 2-on-1 with him and Mark Williams. I say go to the rim because now every possession is so important. And both teams are going to have multiple possessions here.
Alexander Walker, 11 of his 21 have come here in the fourth. Some big shot making. Here's Brooks. Back-to-back 30-point games, first time in his career. Give him 32. And a big one at that. First points in the quarter for Dillon Brooks. And Brooks goes flying to the floor somehow. And then we get another and-one opportunity here for Atlanta.
Yeah, you look at Daniels and you're thinking that he's not going to be offensively aggressive. But Devin really wasn't paying attention. I think he was more so concerned with Johnson. But Daniels is a smart player. Like he's not going to fall for that. Like he is really good at getting to the rim.
He's got a double-double, 11 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. Some pivotal rebounds to keep their offensive possessions alive. Booker on the drive, attacks the basket. Here is Daniels again on the push up the floor, drops it off now to Johnson. Johnson to the mismatch with Gillespie. Alexander Walker back behind the stripe, fires a 3-ball, no. Booker grabs the air ball. A 3-point Phoenix lead.
This is Devin time.
Booker working on Krejci, tied up. Inside, Williams can't convert.
Devin didn't realize he was that old.
Krejci wanted the 3. Johnson back to the basket. Alexander Walker driving baseline. They reverse it to Daniels. In traffic, Alexander Walker.
That was a huge pickup for Atlanta and getting him as a free agent. I'd like to see Dillon really get low enough to post him up. Right out here, really pretty much plays into his wheelhouse.
And you don't want to dribble right at Alexander Walker. Brooks, offensive foul.
And that's what I mean. So it becomes too much dribbling out here. Get off the ball and get to where you can catch it in your position. And now you only need 2 dribbles. But Alexander Walker was ecstatic that Dillon was trying to get to that very spot with 20 dribbles.
And that's number 5 on Brooks. 1:18 to go. Okongwu up top. Atlanta back in front. 117-116. Gillespie attacking Krejci. Brooks flies inside.
Can you get a stop? This is the key here. Mano mano now. Don't look for too much help.
Alexander Walker's been the guy this quarter, and he continues his fourth quarter surge. 25 for Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Yeah, if you call him good, well, there you go. I mean, gee. But again, they had a foul to give. So Krejci didn't really want to deal with Devin. So very smart on his part. He just fouls him.
O'Neal's going to check in here.
I like the substitution here with Royce.
They're going to go small here as Williams will take a seat.
Yeah, and force Okongwu to have to go guard somebody.
Back to O'Neal. Gillespie on the drive, pull up in the paint. Can't get the shooter's touch. Okongwu with the rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson.
Just need a stop.
Johnson.
Well, the Suns have a challenge if Devin doesn't think he fouled him. But I don't, for me, why foul? Like, you know?
I'm not sure he was intending to foul, but
he might as well challenge it.
They will challenge.
Might as well challenge it, but in that situation, you got to be, cognizant of the shot clock, time clock, to know you don't have to foul. You're down 1
Phoenix
point.
Has called a timeout to challenge the foul on Booker.
You're down 1 point. You just get to stop.
This coach's challenge is brought to you by Sweet James.
Well, that's all ball, but I don't know if they're saying he got body.
From behind, if there's contact. Yeah. 119, 118. Atlanta led by 13 early. The Suns came roaring back in that third quarter. Give you another look at it.
But Jalen Johnson is the one that veered into Devin. Now you see that right there. See, he's the one created the contact. So that's the only way I think the Suns can get it. Because Jalen Johnson, and it's a rule in the league where they say if you change direction on a guy to impede him running back, that can sometimes be an offensive foul.
Right.
So if they say, okay, Jalen Johnson was the cause of the contact, and now Devin hit the ball, that's a way you can win it. But I think it's a reach.
Here's a call.
After review, the defender reaches around and makes illegal contact with the wrist of the dribbler. It is a foul. The challenge is unsuccessful. Phoenix loses their timeout, and Atlanta will shoot the penalty.
So it'll be free throws for Jalen Johnson. You see that other arm came across the body of Jalen Johnson, who will go to the free throw line. He's 3 of 4 on the night.
And Jalen Johnson obviously was hoping to get fouled, but again, the Suns did not have to foul. That was the miss right there. I mean, he hit every part of the rim, even hit the backboard on that free throw. Dillon Brooks and Goodwin, they're over there with Okongwu, so we need to block out.
Suns with no timeouts.
And they're probably going to foul, so Devin's going to have to be aggressive quickly.
Booker working, driving to the basket, sneaks it over the left hand. Atlanta calls one of their 2 remaining timeouts. The 1-point game, and we'll step aside for a quick 60 after this. Hawks basketball, they'll have 1 timeout remaining. The Suns clearly with the intent to foul immediately.
Yeah, and look, they have their best on-ball defenders in the game. So what you want is the first 2 or 3 seconds, you're going for a steal. Because a lot of times, players get lax thinking they're going to get fouled and they expose the ball. So you don't want to foul right away. You want to basically try to steal the ball and don't foul right away.
Johnson inbound at Okongwu, fouled by Ryan Dunn. Okongwu a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line on the night.
He's due for it. He's due for it. He's not 100% free throw shooter.
A 74% shooter on the season. Okongwu with 25 points on the night. Again, Suns no timeouts remaining.
Benson Daniels returns for Atlanta.
Well, again, Suns, no timeout, so you know they're going to foul quickly. If he makes the free throw.
Calmly gets the pair. Booker fouled with 7.5.
Yeah, the problem now is, does he put Mark Williams back in the game and maybe also because
Devin Booker to the Suns free throw line, shooting 2.
you can't move the ball up anymore.
Right.
And so it kind of really puts you in a tough position. So they're not going to do that right now. Normally you put big guys in and just try to miss it. So Suns cannot allow an Atlanta Hawk player to get away from them on the dribble.
Booker with a pair.
You got a mano-mano. You can't expect help. You just got to play the guy you're guarding.
Atlanta burns their final timeout. The 1-point game. We're going to keep it here. Suns will head out for a quick 1-game stop in Portland. It's on Tuesday night. And then back home for a couple of big ones. Cup play against the Timberwolves Friday night. Then you got the Spurs. And then at Sacramento, at OKC over the Thanksgiving stretch.
That technical foul from Dillon, that's why I truly believe you never get techs in the fourth quarter. First 3 quarters go right ahead. And when you get them in the fourth quarter, then people can shrink the game. And then they can say, oh, if you didn't get that tech. They would never reach all the way back to the first quarter and say that, or the second quarter.
Well, and I would love, because that occurred during the injury timeout with Riza Shea. I would love to know what occurred.
It was verbiage, obviously, going back and forth or whatever. But you have to be, if you're Dillon, you got fourth quarter is off limits for tech, in my estimation, and so.
Jalen Johnson will trigger the inbound. Hawks with no timeouts remaining. 7.5 on the clock. Johnson gets it into Okongwu. And then we're going to get a jump ball between Devin Booker and Okongwu. Okongwu just stood there frozen with the ball right in front of Devin Booker, and he alertly grabbed the basketball instead of trying to foul him.
And that's what I said. A lot of times players think that they automatically are going to get fouled in this situation. What you do is you alert the officials that you're not going to foul. And so the officials know that, okay, he's not going to foul. So this is a steal of a jump ball here. This is basically it.
Well, 4.2 on the clock. Players jockeying for position. Daniels and Royce O'Neal. Alexander Walker getting instruction from Quinn Snyder. Looks like a dance floor out there.
He's going to go behind him. That's where he's going to tip the ball.
Yeah, looking for Daniels and Krejci. And I think they're going to get...
Yeah, Devin put an arm on him and held him down. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Now, Devin's lucky they didn't call a foul on the play. And if I could get in Devin's ear, I would say, don't try to steal it. No, don't you try to steal it. Okay? Let one of your teammates steal it where he's going to hit it.
Royce O'Neal returns for the Suns. Once again,
Atlanta try to inbound again.
Yeah, this has got to be a quick foul here. Can't let him get away from you.
Alexander Walker Fouled quickly there by Jordan Goodwin, so 1.1 coming off the clock.
Number 23, Jordan Goodwin.
Yeah, and the only hope the Suns have here is if he misses a free throw. Because if he doesn't, they're going to foul right away.
Alexander Walker is shooting two.
This game is in an 82-game season, you have a lesson game. This is a lesson game.
Yeah.
I thought the Suns, when they got the 22-point lead, they lost concentration. In Atlanta's concentration ramped up. And all you have to do is have a minute letdown. And it's hard for you to get back to that level. So this is a learning game here.
Missed one. Suns bring it up the floor. O'Neal lets it fly. Back iron. Wow. That's close as Quinn Snyder and Jordan Ott embrace in midcourt.
Wow. Man,
just
a little bit to the left. That was all net.
Well, the Hawks, after the Suns had a 22-point lead, close on a 38-15 run. And the Suns streak comes to an end at 5. Next broadcast in Arizona's family, Tuesday. Suns travel to Portland for a quick one-game matchup with the Blazers. Suns game time gets things started at 8:30. Special thanks as always to our fabulous crew, for our director, Bob Adlock, producer Brock Kraft, Amanda Bluegrass, smooth shooter Eddie Johnson. I'm Kevin Ray saying so long. Good night from downtown Phoenix. Now stay tuned for Suns Game Time postgame, sponsored by Sweet James, with your hosts Tom Leander and Tom Chambers.